Good evening, everyone, and we are back for another night of Waterloo WYSO Teener Baseball. Waterloo Pirates taking on Evansville this evening. Waterloo came out victorious last night against Edgerton 12-8. And Jacob on the mound here to start. Opening pitch is swung on, couldn't hold his swing up, 0-1. And that one is fouled back here, right next to me. And Jacob quickly ahead 0-2. And curveball in there for first strikeout of the game for Jacob. Jacob next pitch in there for swinging strike. And that is fouled off over here to the right corner. And swung on and fouled again over here. And that is high, ball one. And that's a grounder to second. Glove there by Mason and throws over to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down for Evansville. Ball is low. Pitch is low. Ball one. And that is swung on and fouled straight back. It's off the roof. It's coming down. And here it comes. Grabbed by Sawyer behind me. Evens the count and a ball and a strike. That is low and blocked by Trey and blocked out of bounds. Over the white line, 2-1 now. And that is swung on and dropped by Mason at second. Corralled by Gavin, but not in time. Runner is safe. Brings up the cleanup hitter now for Evansville. Jacob's opening pitch to him is swung on and missed, strike one. And another swing and a miss. Jacob quickly hit 0-2. 2 down, top of the first, no score. Evansville with a runner on first. Two-step lead over there by the runner. Runner holds and high and tight, ball one. And that is fouled up here in front of the Waterloo dugout. And we'll do it again at 1-2. And he's off of the pitch. Trey, double clutch, throw to second. Nice throw, but stolen base. Well, count is even 2-2. And grounder to third. Jacob's got that one. Shea's got that one, excuse me. Throws to first. And in time for the third out. Evansville strands a runner in scoring position through half inning of play. Evansville nothing. Waterloo coming up. Due up for Waterloo in the bottom half of inning number one. Trey, Gavin, and Mason. Jacob able to retire the first batter relatively quickly, ran into a little bit of trouble. But was able to complete the inning and hold Evansville scoreless. As I said earlier, back-to-back games for Waterloo. Last night victorious over Edgerton, 12-8. That was on the road. And this one is at home at Fireman's Park here in Waterloo. Nope. Weren't even in it. You weren't even in it. And Trey stands in for the Opening pitch of the bottom of the first. And that's bounced in there low, ball one. And that is in there 1-1. That is low. 2-1. And swung through that one. 2-2 now. And that is fouled back right in front of me. And we'll do it again at 2-2. So Trey has battled back to a full count. And that is low and outside. So opening game walk. That brings up Gavin to the plate. And Trey is up with the pitch. That is in there for a strike. And Trey with a stolen base. And Gavin with a foul over the Waterloo dugout. Down 0-2. Trey off to third. Gavin swings through and strikes out for the first out of the inning. Trey with another stolen base takes third and brings up Mason. Nobody, no score in the bottom of the first. That bounces back to the backstop. Trey is coming home and he will be in standing on the wild pitch. And Waterloo takes an early 1-0 lead. So Mason on, up to bat now with nobody on. A lot of room out there in right center. And Mason fouls that one back. And Mason with a shot past the shortstop into center field for a solid single. So Waterloo with another runner aboard, and Shea, the cleanup hitter, will stand in. See if Waterloo remains aggressive on the base paths, and if Mason is off early in this at-bat. Mason off with the pitch. And in there standing with a stolen base. Pitch to Shea was a ball. So 1-0 now with runner in scoring position. Mason with a good secondary lead and a shot out here to right center. That is not going to be caught. Mason is coming around third. He will score. And Shea into second with a stand-up double. And Waterloo plates another run. They're up 2-0. So just nothing but switch spots. And that brings up Tucker. First pitch to Tucker is inside the ball. And high and tight, 2-0. And Tucker could not hold his swing on that one. 2-1. Ball inside, 3-1. That's on the outside corner. Full count now, 3-2. And that bounces in there. So Tucker walks, second walk of the inning for Waterloo. And Ryan stands in with runners on first and second and only one down in the bottom of the first. Waterloo leading 2-0. And Ryan got one he liked, fouled it straight back. All the fans are okay. And Ryan with another foul over here to the right. He's down 0-2. Shea the runner on second. Tucker on first. 0-2 count. And Ryan grounds that one to short. Nobody at third. Got to throw over to first. Wild. And Ryan beats that out. Bases loaded for Jacob. Let's see if he can do some damage and help himself out here. Jacob swings at the first pitch, threw it, 0-1. Bases full of Pirates. And a 2-0 lead here in the first. And that's low and outside. It catches the corner. Jacob behind, 0-2. Wyatt stands on deck. And Jacob swings through that one, and a drop third strike. And trying to get the force at home, and Shea is safe. So Waterloo with the third run on now. But 2 down. Ball is low. So with the bases loaded, Jacob was out anyway because the base was occupied, but the ball was still live. And Shea scored on that pass ball. Oh, over his head, and runners will move up 90 feet. Tucker will take third. Ryan is on second. Two and 0 count to Wyatt. With 2 down in the bottom of the first. Waterloo leading 3-0. And Wyatt straight back. I almost could have reached out and grabbed that one. One of you boys is going to have to stand in front of my camera here. That's the second time I almost got a hit. Talking to Caden and AJ over here, we're running the scoreboard. Need some help. Almost going to get hit. And that is outside. Good eye by Wyatt to lay off on that one. 3-1 count to him. First base open. And that is low and outside. Tucker is coming home, and he is out. So Wyatt walks, but on the wild pitch, the putout goes 2-1. As Tucker is caught trying to score, but Waterloo plates 3. And through an inning, Waterloo 3, Evansville nothing. Nice night out here at Waterloo Fireman's Park. If you're interested in coming down yet, we probably still have another hour and a half of baseball. This weekend in downtown Waterloo on Saturday is the Waterloo Wine and Beer Walk. Tickets are still available for that event. You'll have some vendor fare, and there will be businesses that are open where you can sample beer and wine. Later on that evening, your ticket also gets you into a concert. I'm trying to remember what the name of the band is. Soggy Boys, I think. Looks like it's going to be a great weekend for that event. So come on down. Oh, Jacob completing his warm-up tosses. And we'll be back to live action momentarily in the top of the second. And that is high for the first pitch of the second inning. And that is in there on the outside corner. A little bit of a delayed strike call there, but we'll take it 1-1. And that is swung on and missed. So Jacob ahead with the opening batter in the top of the second inning, 1-2. And that bounces in there and off of Trey's shoulder over here to the Waterloo dugout. Evens the count at 2-2 strikes. That is high, but swung on and missed. For the first out of the second inning, Jacob with 2 strikeouts tonight so far. And that pitch is just outside, ball 1. Let's file that one away for when Jacob's got 2 strikes on a hitter. That was a good pitch. And that is in there, fouled straight back, right in front of me. And Jacob, that one's fouled back in the same place, 1-2. And went for a curveball, but didn't come down and drop enough, so we'll be 2-2. And grounder over in past the hole. Ooh. Tried to be backhanded by Gavin, but that ball found a spot, and that will be the first hit given up for Jacob. Evansville with a runner on first with 1 down, and left-hander coming up, first one of the day. And he's off with a pitch and a high throw. And Trey up the line a little bit towards first base, and stolen base for Evansville, their second of the day. Runner in scoring position now for them, and 1 down, top of the second. Waterloo leading 3-0. Coming home in there for a strike. 1-1. Oh, got him. They're going to. Oh, man. Still a chance to get him. Safe at third. Okay, they had him picked off at second. Jacob throws over to Gavin. Gavin was unable to corral that as the runner was heading to third. And the runner will take third on that. And that's coming home and swings through that one. Strike 2. That is high and outside. Fires down to third and way over Shea's head into left field. And they will come home and score. So 2-2. And Jacob takes that one himself. Strikes out 2 this inning so far. 3 total on the game. And 2 down in the top of the second. That's in there for a strike. Low. 1-1. That's in there. 1-2. Just outside. 2-2. Well, there was the one that I told Jacob to save for the third strike, and the batter didn't offer. 2-2. Jacob coming home. And foul tipped off the mask of the umpire. We'll do it again. And swung on and missed. So Jacob strikes out the side, but sandwiched in between there was a single, 2 stolen bases, and an E1, E2 actually. And Evansville able to plate a run through an inning and a half. It's Waterloo 3, Evansville 1. Due up for Waterloo, Avery, Dillon, and Sawyer. Number 26 for Evansville back on the mound for his second inning of work. Whoop. Quick dusting off of the plate, and Avery will be stepping in the bottom of the second inning. First batter. And outside. Good eye by Avery, 1-0. Right fielder is playing a little bit more off the line now. And that ball is low, 2-0. And Avery lets that one go, but that one was too good. Called a strike, 2-1. That is back to the fence. Avery ahead in the count, 3-1. And swung on and missed on an inside pitch. And full count now. And that is fouled back. Got a piece of that one. We'll do it again at 3-2. And Avery fouls one back. Right over my head. Off the stairs, and one of our scorekeepers grabbed that. And that is low and outside. Avery works it for a walk. Fourth walk for Waterloo in the game. And Dillon hands the two wild pitches and two foul balls off to the umpire to get him restocked. And he stands in. Avery with a two-step lead over at first. He's not going. Dillon with a shot up the middle. And that will be a solid single. So Waterloo with something cooking here again in the second inning. Runners on first and second and nobody out. And Sawyer stands in. And no swing there, but passed ball by the catcher will allow Avery and Dillon to move up. So Sawyer with a couple of RBI opportunity here. The runners on second and third in the bottom of the second, nobody out. Waterloo leading 3-1. And inside to Sawyer, 2-0. And he holds his swing. Avery and slides head first for the fourth run of the game. Gets the uniform dirty just to get washed. I'll be working on that tomorrow. So Dillon moves up to third base. And a little throw over there, but Dillon only with a two-step lead over there, and he is back easily. So Sawyer is ahead 3-0. And that is ball four. Sawyer walks. And Emmanuel is up. Evansville coaches are standing over here off to the sideline, and opening pitch, and Sawyer is off to third. And Dillon will trot home on the throw down to second. So Dillon scores. Sawyer with a stolen base. And Waterloo plates another run. They're up 5-1. Inside to Emmanuel, 2-0. Emmanuel a little behind that curveball. 2-1. That is low. Gets away from the catcher. Sawyer is heading down to third for no throw. Waterloo threatening with another run 90 feet away. And a 3-1 count to Emmanuel. And Emmanuel with a grounder back to the pitcher and throws on to first. Looks Sawyer back to the bag. So 2 down and back to the top of the order for Waterloo with Trey standing in. And high and tight to Trey, ball 1. Trey with a walk and a run scored his first time up. And swung on through that one. Even at a ball and a strike. Only 1 down for Waterloo. 2 in. Low and, ooh, it's a strike. It's outside, 2-2. Way to predict that ball, Caden. And Trey with a bloop single over the shortstop's head. Sawyer will come in. And that is run number 6 for Waterloo. Trey with an RBI. And still no movement by the Evansville coaches. In steps Gavin. Trey is back, only with a 2-step lead over there. Pitcher being mindful of him as Trey took off with the first pitch the last time he was on first. 2.5-step lead now, and he's off. Pitch is in there for a strike to Gavin. Trey to second on catcher's indifference. And Trey bluff steal that time, and that is outside to Gavin, 1-1. And Trey is off. That pitch is thrown over Gavin's head, but no throw down to third. So 2-1 to Gavin, and Trey 90 feet away from the 7th run of the game for Waterloo. They lead 6-1 here in the bottom of the second. With only 1 down. Ball outside to Gavin, 3-1. Gavin swings and fouls that one to the Waterloo bench. Dropped by Avery over there, barehanded. So Gavin's got a full count with one down in the bottom of the second. Trey the runner at third. And that is a strike three. So two down. And Mason steps in. Signaled his first time up. Came around to score on Shea's double. And Mason with a shot out to center. And over the center fielder's head. And Mason digging for two. He'll be in there standing. Trey comes home to score. And Waterloo leads it 7-1. Coaching visit to the mound for Evansville. Looks like we're going to make a change. Second baseman is now going to come in and pitch. Straight switch. Second to pitcher. Pitcher to second. So Waterloo with 3 runs in the first, 4 here in the second. 2 down, and Mason is at second. And Shea stands in. So we still have a conference at the mound now with the second base umpire and the coach. I don't even know if he's even thrown a warm-up pitch yet. Making him take off some jewelry, or what is it? I don't know. I don't know what the delay is here. Perhaps I'll get a report in the next half inning. Wind blowing in from center. We're back to baseball, and Shea stands in. Once again, Mason on second. And he's off with the pitch. It's and a balk. We'll have a balk warning on that. Apparently that is a balk warning, I guess. So first pitch to Shea is swung on and popped up right over here by the first baseman, who will catch that in foul territory. And Waterloo is out of the inning. One pitch, and he records the third out, but Waterloo plates 4. And through 2 innings of play, Waterloo 7, Evansville 1. So we will set the defense for you. I haven't done that yet this game. Jacob back on the mound for his third inning of work. Trey behind the plate. From third to first, you've got Shea at third. Mason at short, Gavin at second, Dylan at first. Your outfielders. Wyatt in left, Tucker in center, and Avery in right. So we'll see if Jacob can keep cruising. He retired the side on strikeouts last inning. Gave up one hit, who ended up coming around to score on a couple of stolen bases and a error. Opening pitch here is in for a strike. That is low. 1-1. High, 2-1. Waterloo with about 35 to 40 in attendance here. Evansville with a pretty good contingent too. Probably around 20, 25. And swung on and missed. 2-2 now. Beautiful night for baseball. We're still looking at probably about an hour left if you want to come down and hang out with us. Inside a ball, 3-2. There may be some National League and American League games going on in the upper diamonds. If that's the case, concession stands open over there. Coming back in a full count, and in there. 5 total strikeouts for Jacob. One down in the top of the third. That's in there. Strike one. Man, that is high. 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Ball. Another good pitch by Jacob. Tried to nibble on that inside corner, but batter didn't offer. And that is in there. Jacob with back-to-back strikeouts here in the third inning. Oh boy, we're going to do a little throw around. First time I've seen that happen for Waterloo. Interesting. Pitch there is in for a strike. Swung on and missed. Jacob quickly ahead 0-2. Ooh, curveball, a little high. 1-2. Curveball again, bounced in the dirt. Even at 2-2. And that's outside. 3-2. And that's in there for... So Jacob strikes out the side. Last 6 outs recorded via the strikeout. And Evansville's turned away in the third. Bottom of the third coming up. Waterloo maintains their 7-1 lead. Due up for Waterloo. Tucker, Ryan, and Jacob. So the same pitcher on the mound for Evansville, who threw 1 pitch last inning and retired Shea on a foul out to the first baseman. Tucker about ready to stand in for the first pitch of the bottom of the third. Well, got to take his sunglasses off his hat. And that pitch is fouled off. Ooh. Tucker lays off, and we're even at 1-1. And that is behind Tucker. 2-1. That's outside. 3-1. Tucker reached base his first time up in the first inning with a walk. That is outside a ball. So Tucker on for the second time via the base on balls and brings up Ryan, who singled his first time up. Bottom of the third, Waterloo ahead 7-1. Nobody out. Tucker with about a 2.5 step lead over there. He's off with the pitch. Ryan takes that for a ball, and Tucker's in there with a stolen base. Ryan takes that one high. He's ahead 2-0. And throws back, but he's twirls to throw back, I should say. Nobody there to cover. That's high and in tight. That's 3-0. A lot of room down the right field line. Right fielder is playing more of a right center. And Ryan had the green light at 3-0 and grounds it over to third base coach, who bare hands it on a 2-hop. And Ryan with a little grounder to the pitcher. Jumps over his glove, and Ryan, hustling down the line, will reach base. Tucker moves up to third. And Jacob steps in. Let's see if he can get hot at the plate like he has been on the mound the last couple of innings. Once again, retired the last 6 outs via the strikeout. And Ryan off with the pitch. Ball outside, and he will be in scoring position without a throw. Right fielder back more to a normal position now. Jacob with a grounder to third, through the wickets and into left field. Ryan will hold. Jacob with a single, and Tucker comes in to score. It is now 8-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. And Wyatt stands in with runners on the corners. I don't know if it'll be runners on the corners very long. Waterloo's been aggressive. Jacob holds at first. Wyatt with a grounder to third. Picks and throws to second to cut down Jacob, the lead runner. But Ryan comes in to score. Wyatt reaches on a fielder's choice. And brings up Avery. Wyatt off with the pitch. And Avery follows that back into the Waterloo dugout. Wyatt must retreat back to first. And that is high and tight. We got time at first. Wyatt's got to tie his shoe. One and one count to Avery. Throw back to first, and Wyatt is back in time. Two-step lead by Wyatt. Pitch coming home. And Avery fouls that one straight back. And he's behind 1-2. Wyatt off with that pitch again. A little hit and run action for Waterloo. Hopefully not a line drive at somebody where Wyatt could get doubled off. And he's going to throw back. Wyatt is back in time with a head first slide. He calls time. He's all right. Now that is high. Nice snag by the catcher. Secondary lead over there by Wyatt, not being held on. 2-2. Avery with a walk and a run scored his first time up. And Avery falls that one back into the netting. Almost caught by me. Very bad judge that time. So we'll do it again at 2-2. That is high. He held off. 3-2 now. And over to first. Wyatt getting the uniform dirty. That's the third throw over there. Avery with a foul over by first. Wyatt off with a pitch. See if Avery can put one of these in play, and Wyatt would be able to take third. 3-2 again. And that is swung on and missed. So 2 down now, and Dylan stands in, who saw the first pitch he saw tonight and singled straight up the middle. Wyatt's off, and Dylan swings at that one. That's going to drop. Nope, caught out there by the shortstop for the third out. But Waterloo plates 2 more through 3 innings. They lead 9-1. Jacob trotting out there like he's going to be on for the 4th inning. And he picks up the ball, and he is. Defensive change. I see Ryan will be in behind the plate for Trey. Okay, so we've got Dylan who's going to sit the bench now, and Avery will take over at first. Emmanuel moves out to right, Sawyer out to left. And Tucker will sit the bench this half inning, and Trey moves from moves from catcher to center. Rest of the infield remains the same outside of the switch at first. Shea at third, Gavin at second, Mason at short. The top of the order for Evansville, and that is low and outside. Ball 1. I think this is back to the top of the order. And Jacob throws that one in there for a strike. 1-1. Yes, this is back at the top of the order. 11 is their leadoff hitter. Jacob throws that one high and tight. 2-1. And that is outside. 3-1. And swung through that one. So Jacob has come back and got to a full count. And right in there for strike 3. So first one out for Evansville in the top of the 4th. The ball is low and outside. Oh, that's back to the backstop. 2-0. High and tight, 3-0. That's ball. So 4 straight balls. First walk of the game for Jacob. And off with the pitch, swung on and missed. And he's in there. Ryan lost the handle on the ball when he tried to switch from the glove to the throwing hand. And Evansville only with their second runner in scoring position all day. And that is swung on, and that will be fouled over the Waterloo dugout. And Jacob ahead, 0-2. And he's off with the pitch. Ryan throws down to third. Oh! So pitch was a ball. So stolen base for Evansville. Not being held on over there by Shea. Jacob ahead, 1-2. And that's low. Good stop by Ryan. 2-2. Shea now holding the runner on a little bit. Comes off and fouled. It could be Shea's ball. Looks like Shea's ball. And Shea drops it. Ryan running after that one too. Knocks Shea over. And we're going to go check a quick second here to see if Shea's okay. He gives the nod to Coach Reedy and everything's fine. Yeah, I think Shea probably had the better angle on that. But then somebody other than those two's got to be calling somebody else off. Jacob or shortstop Mason. Somebody's got to be calling that. Whose ball that is. Somebody's got to call somebody else off on that one. But we'll do it again at 2-2 here. And that is swung on and grounded to Mason. He's got that over to Avery, who scoops that at first for the second out. But a run scores. Walk came around to score. So Waterloo leads 9-2. And pitch is low. It's another low pitch, 2-0. Inside a ball, 3-0. Second 3-0 count that Jacob has had in the last three batters. And another one. So 2 walks in the inning for Jacob. One has come around to score. Well, the batter's got to take his catcher's gear off. Two and a half step lead over there by the runner from first by Evansville. Throws over to first, and he's back with a head first slide. Not a problem. Jacob coming home, swung on and missed. Ryan throws down to second. And good backup there in center field by Trey. That's in there. Strike 2. 0-2. And off with the pitch. Swung on to right field. Foul. So we'll do it again at 0-2. 2 down. 1 in. 1 on for Evansville. Waterloo leads 9-2. And he throws back to first. High. But he's in with a head first slide. And Jacob takes on the runner and swung on. And third out of the inning is done. So Evansville with a run in. And Waterloo maintains a 9-2 lead. Well, coach is bringing Shea and Ryan together to make sure everything's copacetic on that when they ran into each other over there in foul territory. Looks like everything is fine. Due up for Waterloo, Sawyer, Emmanuel, and then back to the top of the order with Trey.
Oh, it came off of the sun. Are you pitching? In a bunk, right? In a bunk?
This looks like this may be a new pitcher for Evansville. I know it's a new catcher. Catcher previous to this was 00. And throw down to second is up the third base line as a sample. Let's see if Waterloo can maybe continue to take some advantage of the stolen bases today. They've got 7 on the day. Opening pitch to Sawyer is outside a ball. And that is outside 2-0. Bounces off the plate, 3-0. And 4 straight. So Sawyer walks for his second time today, brings up Emmanuel. Up in the Waterloo bullpen is Avery. He will probably come on for the top of the 5th. Sawyer does not go. The ball is wild pitch off to the left batter's box, and Sawyer takes second on that. So another runner in scoring position for Waterloo. Nobody down here in the bottom of the 4th, and they lead 9-2. Emmanuel with a liner out to right, dropped out there by the right fielder. Emmanuel will hold at first. Sawyer, who had a hold and see if that ball was caught, is now on third. So runners on the corners for Waterloo, nobody out. And top of the order back up in Trey. And Trey swings through that changeup. 1-0. 0-1, excuse me. Curveball just missed. 1-1. That is outside. 2-1. Trey with a grounder just foul outside of third. 2-2. Inside to Trey. And no advancement by either runner. Trey's got a full count. $12, I think. Foul territory over outside of third and caught over there for the first out of the inning. So Gavin steps in now with runners on the corners and one down. High, ball one. Another high pitch, 2-0. And Emmanuel is off with that pitch, 3-0. So we got runners on second and third with one down. Does Gavin have the green light here? Looks like a shrug by Ross. Coach Reedy at third, 3-0, and that's way over his head. So bases are loaded now for Mason, who is 2 for 2 today with a double. And that is outside. 1-0. And Mason with a grounder between short and third. Gloved by the shortstop, throws high. Mason beats it out. And Sawyer scores, so an RBI, and everybody moves up 90 feet. Bases still loaded. And Shea stands in. Shea 1 for 2 today with a double. And that is just high. Another high pitch. And he's out. Pass ball over here, and Emmanuel took off from third and tagged on his backside before he got to the plate. So 2-0 count to Shea. Both other runners move up to second and third. 2 down now. And that is outside, and that trickles away. And that will be Gavin scoring. Catcher grabbed that just before it went over the white line. I believe if that would have went over the white line. There's a pop out to second. Caught out there for the third out. But Waterloo plates 2 more. They've scored in every inning. And through 4 innings of play, Waterloo 11. And Evansville 2. Close the book on Jacob. 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 runs, both unearned, 9 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Avery on to pitch the top of the 5th here with an 11-2 advantage. We played about an hour and 45 minutes already. Now 58. Hour and 35 minutes. So if Waterloo, if we're able to hold them here with that 9-run lead, and then we turn around and can score at least 1 at the bottom of the 5th, that will be a 10-run rule, and we should be out of the game. Avery finishing up his warm-up tosses. Just not able to get on top of that curveball a couple times now already. 1 more pitch for Avery, and we're back to live baseball. So sitting the bench this half inning is Jacob, Trey, and Emmanuel. So Dylan takes over back at first. Wyatt out in right, Tucker back to center. And Sawyer out in left. So first pitch of inning number 5 is low, ball 1. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. And that is low, bounces short of the plate. 2-1. Ooh, that ball is outside. 3-1. That's outside. So first batter is a walk for Avery. And brings up the lefty for Evansville. Oh, just inside. 1-0. Two-step lead over there at first. And Avery steps off, but no throw. Coming home, and he's off with the pitch. 2-0. Evansville with a runner on second. That is low. 2-0. Ooh. Okay, I guess that was 4-0. Back-to-back walks for Waterloo. He's off with the pitch. Strike. Throw over to third, wildly up the line, and the runner will come home. And that is another run. That's 11-3 now. That's in there. Strike two. Avery's ahead, 0-2. And swing and a miss at a curveball. So after back-to-back walks, Avery comes back on 3 straight pitches to strike out the next batter, 1 down in the top of the 5th. 11-3 Waterloo. Evansville still with a runner on third. Ooh, just low. Ball 1. Again, those are good pitches. I think if Avery would try to save those with 2 strikes on. Close enough where I think they're going to have to offer. And, ooh, just outside, 2-0. That's high, 3-0. That's in there, 3-1. That's singled over to second, gloved by Gavin, and on to first for the out. Avery almost had that one. But another out and another run in. So Waterloo leads 11-4. Base is empty. Avery's opening pitch is in there, strike 1. Ball low. 1-1. That is swung on and dropped. But a strike, 1-2. Yeah, there it is. So 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Both those walks came over around to score. But Waterloo leads 11-4, heading into the bottom of the 5th. So I had to ask Avery what that pitch was on that last one that he struck him out on, and it was the knuckleball. Avery doesn't throw it very often. Normally it's only on a 3rd strike, and typically to end an inning, which that one was. Another new pitcher for Evansville. So this is game number 4 on the season for Waterloo, and their offensive output has been 10, 15, 12, and here we've got 11, so double digits in every game they've scored. Scored 48 and given up 17. So last night's game they gave up 8, like I said. First game was a 10-0 shutout against Oregon. Second game 15-5 over Sun Prairie White. Last night 12-8, and today sitting at 11-4 with potential to put some more on here. Tucker, Ryan, and Jacob due up in the bottom half of the 5th for Waterloo. New pitcher for Evansville. I think it's their 4th one used, maybe 5th today. Opening pitch to Tucker is outside of ball. New second baseman in for Evansville. Right fielder, I believe, is the same. And Tucker with a pop and caught in foul territory there. A couple steps up the third base line for the catcher, and he's out. So 1 down for Waterloo. In the bottom of the 5th, and in steps Ryan. 1 for 2 today. Outside of ball. Wind is totally died down. Flags are pretty still here behind me. And Ryan 0-2. 2-0, excuse me, 2-0. And Ryan found one he liked, but fouled that back out of play. So 2-1. And that is outside, 3-1. Almost doesn't even look like that pitcher's coming set. So Ryan walks Waterloo with a runner on.
Johnny!
1-0 to Jacob. And that is back to the backstop. Ryan will take second on the wild pitch. Runner in scoring position.
We need to know. That's perfect. Making sense.
And Ryan is off with the pitch. He's going to third and dropped by the third baseman. Ryan is into third. That pitch was a ball to Jacob, so Jacob ahead 3-0. That's in there, 3-1. No green light for Jacob on 3-0. And that's inside. Back-to-back walks after a foul out by Tucker. Equipment timeout here for the catcher's gear. A couple times he's had to do that. So Jacob on first, Ryan on third. Wyatt steps in. Jacob off with the pitch and ball outside. No throw down to second. So two in scoring position. Decent speed on second. And that is outside, ball two. Well, that's outside, ball three. Step off. Oh, must be telling him about getting set now. Yep. Yep. I noticed he wasn't coming set. He did it the last couple pitches, I thought, but so here he's got to come set. He barely did it again. And that's in there. No green light for Wyatt on 3-0. And Wyatt walks, so bases loaded for Avery. Avery 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a walk, and a run scored. Bases full of Pirates. And Avery over his head, ball one. And Avery with a solid shot to right center. That's past the center fielder. Ryan is in. Jacob is in. Wyatt is going to be held at third. Avery with a long single. And Waterloo now trails 13, or leads 13-4. So Dylan's up. He swung at the first two pitches he's seen in each at bat. That time he holds off. And Avery's off with that pitch. And blocked by the catcher. So runners on second and third for Dylan. 2-0 count. I think a base hit should score Wyatt, and that would put Waterloo up by 10 runs at the end of 5. So it should be over with a run scored. And Dylan with a grounder to third. Avery holds at second. Wyatt comes in to score. Dylan with the game-ending RBI. And that is your ball game. So Waterloo comes out on the top, 14-4 over Evansville. Next week, Monday, Waterloo travels to Broadhead. So once again, final score from Waterloo Fireman's Park. Waterloo 14, Evansville 4. See you later.